Hi guys, Miss Tracy from Little Sprouts Preschool here. I just want to give you a quick look inside our May curriculum box that I am sending home with my families tomorrow. So it comes in a bin just like this. We're going to take the lid off. We're going to have a look at what's inside. So there's a whole bunch of stuff on top that I'm going to take out and talk about. We'll take this out too. So inside this package is a whole bunch of craft materials as well as some stickers. And so these are very specific to any of the activities that I have planned for this month. So there's enough to make a Mother's Day necklace, there's some turtle pieces, there's bits and pieces for a snake craft in here, so there's lots of good stuff. And then we have a paper bag to make a gift bag for our mummies for Mother's Day. We've got some paper, we've got a foam sheet, so I'm going to use this and show you what I'm going to do with that in a second. I have some coloring sheets, some curriculum materials for activities we're going to do, some extra stuff. I have a bingo sheet with numbers, and then on the other side it's letters, and so we're going to use this during some of our small group Zoom activities this month. We've got our rainbow fish. We have a zones of regulation emotion activities, so the kids are going to cut these out and then glue them onto these slips of paper. We have a flat teacher, Miss Tracy. So I've got a little letter, a flat version of myself that I've laminated, and then an activity card that the kids can complete. We've got cutting sheets. There's some more craft materials in here. And then I've got some tracing sheets, double-sided in these pouches. And so if you couldn't tell, our theme is the pond for May. So those are some of those things. And then we'll bring this back. So I included a sticker for all of my kids, and they're getting I'm just going to take this out for a second. They're all getting a chalkboard, so they're getting a piece of chalk and an eraser, and then they're also getting a little pencil in here. They're getting a button. We'll talk about these glow sticks in a minute. They're getting 2 chunky glow sticks, so these are for, we've been having Zoom dance parties, and so we're going to do a glow stick dance party. They get some candy. They get some paint, because not everybody has paint at home, so I put in primary colors plus white so the kids can do some paint mixing. They get a 3D printed Play-Doh tool to match with the Play-Doh, so I've got some green and some orange Play-Doh that I have made. And then to go along with that, they get this little Play-Doh kit. And so in here are some toothpicks, some rocks, some eyeballs, some gems, and then some pipe cleaners. And so the rocks are really just kind of representative. Realistically, I want all the materials to be used all together so the kiddos can take rocks from this bag, which I'll talk about in a second. But I just wanted to show them that they could be using them. So the sticks are kind of like reeds, and the pipe cleaners are like grass in the pond. The gems are just sort of fun. The rocks are representative pond rocks, and then the little eyeballs could be the little fish eggs if they wanted to do some small world play. So each of the kiddos gets a kit like this. And then they get this bag. So this bag goes with this bin. So inside here is some shredded paper, some green and blue shredded paper, which I imagine the kids will use to do some small world play as well. But then there's these little frogs, and so I've given each of the kiddos a bunch of these frogs. So I'm just going to take them out for a second. Oops. Without trying to lose all the little shredded paper that I put in here. So grab these frogs, and we'll set this off to the side. And so the kids can use this even as an extension for any of the craft activities we're doing. It's really just sort of like a fun accessory. And so in here we have some of these wood cookies, and then we have some white rocks and some river rocks. And so I'm going to pour these out into the bin and spread them around, and then the kiddos can take some water, and they can pour some water in here, and they can make their very own little pond that they can play in. And so in previous kits, I sent home some little cups so they can use the cups to scoop and pour. They could even use funnels from the kitchen. One of the activities we are going to do involves this foam sheet. So I'm going to grab my scissors and show you exactly what the kids are going to do. So I'm going to have them trace circles using objects from home, but I'm just going to freehand it. So I'm just going to cut a couple of circles. I'll do this one, and then I'll do a bigger one. And so the idea is that they're going to make their very own lily pads. And so we'll just go like this. And these will float on top of the water, just like this. And then they can use the little frogs inside or floating on the lily pads. And they can use these wood cookies inside here or maybe as part of their small world play. So those are the activities I am sending home for this month. Just kind of a fun way for the kids to be able to incorporate learning about the pond. We also have a Zoom presentation with a reptile expert who's going to show us some reptiles relating to the pond. And then these glow sticks are super fun. So I imagine the kids sort of, I put the ends on in case they wanted to use them as bracelets, but eventually the goal would be that they would break them and put them in their pond and kind of extend the play by turning off the lights and having a little bit of fun with nighttime pond activity. And so there you have it. That is our curriculum bin for May. Mm-hmm.
I try. I want this. Try.